Hey guys, it's Julie Jones from the Masters Division, and I just wanted to come to you today and talk a little bit about something I've been hearing a lot online and Facebook communities, and I just want to give you some thoughts about it and see if there's ways that I can help. So one of the things that I've been seeing a lot lately, because it is November, it is the end of the year, there are a lot more ads about getting yourself set for the new year, getting back on the wagon, starting new, how to survive the holidays, things like that. And I just want to bring a few minutes of perspective about these things, how we can navigate through that in terms of our fitness and nutrition and rest and all of that, and make sure that you guys have the tools that you need to get through the next couple of months, because it is busy with social things. Just every month there's something, and even if you don't celebrate holidays, the wintertime, the colder months tend to be the times when people get together even more. So let's start off with this one phrase that kind of drives me nuts, but we all hear it. And so it's this business of being on the wagon and off the wagon. So I looked it up. I went because I didn't know where this came from. So this on the wagon, off the wagon came about. This phrase came about back. I believe it was early 1900s, Prohibition times. I guess that's more 1920s. But it has to do with people. There was a water wagon that would go through town, and if a person was on the water wagon, it meant that at that point in their life they had decided to abstain from alcohol. So they might have been an alcoholic, and now they've are in recovery, and they've decided they're not drinking alcohol anymore. When you fall off the wagon, that would mean that you went back to that previous addictive behavior. So whether that was going back to drinking alcohol, in some cases, other drugs, um, people would term that being off the wagon. So the goal was to always be on the wagon. I'm gonna stop right here and say, if you have issues with alcohol or drugs, it is probably best for you to stay on the wagon, because being off where you are indulging in overindulging in alcohol and drugs can cause you more problems in life. So the rest of what I'm going to say doesn't apply to those situations. It doesn't apply if you have addictions or prior addictions. It's my suggestion is, if you are struggling with that, if times like these times of year trigger things for you, make sure you check in with counselors or advisors to help you navigate through these events. What I'm talking about today has more to do with people who have started a fitness journey, they've started a nutrition journey, they want to lose weight, they may have been working towards some sort of weight goal or something like that, and now these holidays come up and we just feel a little bit, I don't know what's going to happen, out of control. And we can worry ourselves sick about what might happen. You follow me? What might happen. So let me give you an example. So we have our friend John. John's about 37. He does CrossFit about 5 times a week. So he probably goes Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. On Tuesday and Saturday, he stays after class and does some accessory work. He's worked with nutrition coach in the gym to kind of narrow down some, maybe some meal planning, some macro counting for him, and it's working for him. So up pops Thanksgiving, and John's going to take his family to his mom's house out of state. And, well, we all know Thanksgiving falls on Thursday. John's rest day is Wednesday. So here's the danger that John could fall into. John could be very, very concerned that he's going to miss probably Thursday, Friday, Saturday training sessions, because maybe where John's mom lives, there's not a CrossFit gym that he can drop into. By the way, if you're traveling and you really want to get your CrossFit training in, or whatever training you're doing, you know you can always check online to see if there are gyms near where you're staying. You can do that little bit of homework if you feel like you just have to get your training in while you're away. Hotels, if you're staying in hotels, almost every hotel has a gym. It may not be the best, and it may not have barbells and rigs and things, but there are all other things you can do. So back to John. So John's planning to go see his family, go see his mom, and John gets very overly concerned about, what's going to happen? We got to travel on Wednesday. I know that's my rest day, but then Thursday is Thanksgiving and everything is closed. How am I going to get my workout in? Friday's going to be busy. John can worry himself sick. So here's some suggestions. First, you don't have to go to the gym to work out. You don't have to go to the gym to work out. So if you've been following on Instagram on Wednesdays, I've been posting WOD Wednesday with body weight workouts. And with the exception of one, they've had no equipment. So there are tons of body weight workouts that you can do while you're away. So it just takes a little bit of homework ahead of time to look up that stuff and to take that with you and to figure out when you're going to make the time to do it. So again, if you check out the website, www.themastersdivision.com, there's a section called Train that has some workouts, and it has different kinds of workouts with no equipment, very little equipment, up to, if you have access to barbells and things like that, it has links to more equipment-based workouts. So you can always figure out stuff to do. So the other thing John could do is say, well, this time is really about being with my mom. So why not take that time and just enjoy that time? Because here's the thing. If you take a rest day, your strength and your skill will still be there when you go back to the gym. Understand this. So you guys, none of you is Tony Stark with a circle in your chest that if you rip it out, you're going to die or lose all your strength and all your skill. That's not going to happen. So if you take those few days off just to enjoy the people you're with, you're going to be fine when you go back to the gym. You really are. You have to trust me on this. You're going to be fine. Nobody's going to send you back to the on-ramp class just because you missed a couple of days. It's not going to happen. So really, I want you to take the time to enjoy who you're with. And sure, if you can get some movement in, maybe your mom hasn't had time to rake the leaves in the yard. Do that for her. She needs stuff done out in the garage, things moved around, boxes moved around. Do that for her. That you're getting your movement in, but you're also doing something for the person that you love and who you want to spend time with. That's the reason why you're there, to spend time with loved ones and friends. So I want you guys to remember that. Just real quick, I want to touch on the meal part, the nutrition part. So, especially in the CrossFit community, people become so concerned about counting macros, doing meal prep, all that sort of thing. I'm not here to convince you not to do meal prep. I'm not here to convince you not to count your macros. Everybody's got to find a balance with that. Some people do really well with it. Some people don't, and they eat more intuitively. That's something that you have to decide whether you're not going to do. But go to these events with your family and your friends with the understanding that you're there to enjoy yourself. So it's okay if you only see your mom or your cousin or your Aunt Mary once or twice a year, and she makes that pie that you absolutely have loved since you were 9 years old. It's okay to have a piece of pie. That one meal is not going to wreck all of your training. You're not going to gain a ton of weight from that whole meal. Think about it this way. One meal, out of the whole year is less than 1%. If you are eating 3 meals a day, you're eating 1,100 meals a year. So one is not going to wreck you. It's really not. So enjoy that time. Enjoy the experience of being with people. Don't worry about getting on the wagon, getting off the wagon. Burn down the wagon. Throw the wagon out. We don't need the wagon. You likely already have a good routine in place. And just keep it up to the best of your ability. Things are going to come up. That's just how life goes. But you also have to enjoy your life. If you train and train and train and you're not doing it for a job, see, if you're going to the CrossFit Games, then maybe you have to be a little bit more meticulous about that, but I can guarantee you that people who go to the games, people who win the games, they have rest days. And they have days where they hang out with their friends and they enjoy the time that they have with the people they love. So you can do the same thing. I want you to do the same thing. Enjoy the time that you're with your loved ones and stop worrying. Really stop worrying. The strength and skill that you have is way more evergreen than you acknowledge or give credit for yourself. It really is. The things that you've learned, the things, how you've grown, is not going to go away just like that. It's really not. So stop worrying. It's going to be okay. So I would love to hear about how you are, what your plans are to get through the holidays, through different family events, to keep up a good, healthy routine for yourself, but also a plan to enjoy yourself. So I'll be checking in on you. And again, if you want some bodyweight workouts, we have them on themastersdivision.com under train. I'm also posting them every Wednesday on Instagram, the WOD Wednesdays. Yesterday we posted, yesterday's was a doozy, and I still need to do it. It's called PUG. It's 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups, 100 air squats for time. So I love to hear about how you guys did with that. All right, this is Julie Jones. I'll see you soon.